Good evening, everyone. It's me, Drive Ghost, and welcome to the first episode of a series I call Versus Debate Headache. A series where I talk about characters in fiction that are very difficult to do versus debates with for a variety of reasons. For the most part, these are my opinion. Obviously, certain people are going to find characters, and obviously some people are just straight up better at versus debating, and might have done characters like this so much that it's not an issue for them. The point is, these are characters that I personally think are very difficult to do versus debates with, and we're starting out with a doozy, Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Now, I'm going to get into the 3 reasons why Rick is annoying to do versus debates with, disprove those 3 points, or 3 arguments I should say, and finish off with a conclusion rounding out what we talk about. So, let's get right into it. So, the first headache is the argument, Rick is a genius. People like to wank Rick's intelligence, saying that because he's a genius with a lot of contingency plans, he's prepared for any possible situation, so he can't get caught off guard or overwhelmed, or something along those lines. Just generally, his intelligence should let him win. But the problem with that is, he's been outsmarted. While Rick is undeniably a genius, and there are few cases, he has been outsmarted by more clever characters such as Rick Prime and Evil Morty. This proves that even with contingencies, he can be caught off guard or just simply get outsmarted. And the second headache, the headache that everyone who debates with an intelligent character has to deal with prep time, this person wins because it's just so annoying. People tend to say that Rick wins if he has any amount of prep time because of the technology at his disposal and his immense intelligence. It's the Batman thing, pretty much. But risks that he had prep time for, it completely negates the prep time argument when he's lost fights that he had prep for, like against Phoenix Person, Zeus, and Rick Prime. I mean, Zeus boxed the hell out of Rick when he went to fight Zeus. Against Phoenix Person, sure, he probably wasn't expecting to be fighting him, but he clearly had a lot of gadgets with him. He was prepared to some degree, but he still lost. And against Rick Prime, he was going for that fight, at least to some degree. He's been looking for Rick Prime for years, decades even. And even with all that prep, he still needed Morty and Evil Morty's help to defeat Rick Prime. In the end, it was Evil Morty that defeated Rick Prime. And the third and final headache is, but Rick has, which is then followed by some piece of technology or equipment or artifact or something that Rick used, which should completely negate the other side of the argument. Due to the massive amount of tech and gadgets Rick and Morty have used throughout the series, people always try and bring up his equipment, assuming he has access to absolutely everything at once. But the thing is, Rick has never had access to his entire arsenal at once. Rick has been unprepared for situations multiple times. And like I said, he's never had all of his equipment at any given time. It's simply unrealistic to give him all the equipment he uses throughout the series, especially when he himself never has it all at once. Like you can see in the picture right now. He only, as he said, I only had one of those things I threw. I'm holding a box of Tic Tacs right now. In conclusion, Rick is already a very difficult character to scale, but people constantly wanking almost everything about him makes it even more annoying than it should be. Yes, he's an intelligent character. Yes, he does have access to things that give him significant leg up in debates. But he isn't perfect. Stop acting like Rick can't be defeated by other verses and characters. He's been defeated by characters who would relatively be pretty much fodder in some other verses. Like I said, Rick is a difficult character to beat, and he's a difficult character to scale. But it's not like he's undefeatable. So with this, please stop wanking Rick Sanchez.